This year I'm going to try to get some of my garden in earlier. Particularly I'm going to try peas this year, but to do that up here in central Missouri probably needs some type of cover to warm the soil up. It's a gorgeous day out today. It's in the 70s, but tomorrow we're expecting possibly some snow showers. So the weather here is really not predictable, and I'm just going to have something to cover them up in the event of it getting cold, just to keep the soil warm so the seeds germinate. So what I'm going to try to do, I've got this roll of plastic that I picked up at auction. It's nice thick double layer plastic for gardening, so I'm going to use that. It happens to be the same width as these two panels. These came off of the back French doors, just a kind of a decorative grid, but I didn't like them on there, so I took them off. So I'm going to try to put those together and create kind of a TP frame out of them by zip tying them together and covering them with plastic and setting them up kind of in a teepee fashion. So we'll see how that works. One of my biggest concerns is going to be the wind. So I want to keep it kind of flat and as low to the ground as possible. I'm also going to want to keep the plastic pulled down tight and the frame from gapping. So rather than just zip tie at the ends, I'm going to go ahead and pull zip ties down all the way down, make sure they're good and secure before cutting the ends off. Make sure it's about as tight as it can get, and I'm just going to put them all the way down and hope that holds tight. Now that I've got it completely zip tied at each intersection, it holds pretty rigid. So now we'll just have a little give to it, but I'm hoping when I stake it down, that'll kind of, being up against the ground, and the stakes will kind of hold it where it needs to be. So now we just got to trim the ends off and see about getting the plastic stretched over it. So I had a bit of a setback. I found that what I thought was a roll of plastic was a roll of plastic sheets, individual pieces. So I had to take a day and kind of regroup and replan. So I've gotten 3 sheets laid sideways, which will give me the width I need. And I pieced 3 of them together, and I think now I can get back to putting them over the frame, and we'll see how that goes. So I've got it mostly zip tied down. I think that's going to hold. I've got left extra flaps on all the ends to go ahead and stake down to keep it tight to the ground, that then I can lift up for ventilation if we have a really hot day. And I've got these stakes that I'll use. I'll just drive those in, tie it down with. So that'll be the next step. Alright, so here's the finished product. What we just did was here on the left side next to Austin, just laid it flat and put the stakes on the inside to pull it up close, and then to get the height we wanted, just turned it around, set the stakes, and just pushed up against the stakes, tied it down. Got plenty of extra flap. Almost completely covers my full 3.5 to 4 foot wide row. There's a nice little bit of, not too terribly tall, but you get down here you can kind of see inside the space we have. Not so much to grow much in, but enough to get the soil starting to warm up on the cold nights, keep it warm, so that hopefully we can get our peas in maybe in a couple days and leave that there till they sprout and get a good start, and then we'll take it off and maybe move to the next spot and try to get some green beans started early. Thanks for watching.